press conference. And now we are officially joined by some very special guests to talk about Microsoft's press conference. We got to get our predictions in. So joining us, returning, Boogie. I haven't even seen you yet. I'll give you a hug after, but thank you for coming out.
Thanks for having me out, man.
It's so great to have you.
To be here.
It's going to be a fun E3 alongside Rooster Teeth's Bernie Burns, the co-creator of YouTube Red's Good Game, Michelle Morrow, and Angry Joe. Hey. Hi, guys. How you doing?
What's up, Jeff?
This is quite the team.
How you doing? You look very dapper today.
Thank you. It's a big day, and I'm excited we're all here. And the press conference is literally right there. Someone from Xbox texted me. It's like, you're stealing Bernie. He's got to be there for the open of the press conference.
I have to run after this. Not that I'm doing anything official, but
no,
you know,
you never know, right?
So.
Anyway, so let's talk about Xbox. You know, a big press conference, lots of rumors, news. What do you guys? We'll start with you, Bernie, because I mean, Halo, Xbox. That's defined the early days of Rooster Teeth and Buda, Texas. You know, red versus blue. What do you want to see at Xbox? There hasn't been a lot of Halo news for a while.
Well, I think the big thing that I want to see, which I think a lot of people want to see, is I want to see Xbox announce some really big exclusive single-player games. Because I think over the last year, they had a lot of exclusive titles. They've just leaned so heavily into multiplayer with like PUBG and Sea of Thieves and even State of Decay 2. I just want to see some epic single-player campaigns.
All right, fair point. You think we'll see Halo today?
I have no. This is catching me completely off guard. Like some of the rumors I'm hearing, but they're flying this morning.
Yeah, some rumors of like a Halo Infinity or something, an online thing or something. So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see.
Even talk about different developers, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So,
well, because Halo's been quiet for a while. And I think I was talking to the Xbox Fan Fest kids, and they were all like, "Oh, I want Halo 6, Halo 6." I wonder if they're just going to do a Halo 6 or they're going to kind of change it up a little bit. So, Joe, what do you want out of Xbox?
Jeff,
what's going to make you happy?
It's do or die time. I'm serious.
Really?
It's do or die time for Xbox.
Wow.
I'm serious.
For this generation?
Yes.
Or for the platform as a whole?
For this generation.
Yeah.
You know, I'm waiting for the next generation.
Are you going to torture Xbox if it don't go well here, Joe?
Me personally?
I don't know. You're saying it's do or die.
It is do or die time because I need to see first-party titles. I need to see new IPs.
Yes.
I mean, last year they had a press conference and it was kind of below, average. They had some good titles there and they were talking about their hardware and teraflops and megaflops. Right? But if you don't have the games, then none of that matters. And they like to tout, the best way to play these third-party titles. But in my opinion, the best way to play the third-party titles would be on a mega game, PC machine. You know what I mean? So, and because a lot of these are multi-platform, so I want Xbox to succeed. Okay, I started with the Xbox 360. I was a huge Xbox fanboy.
I didn't know that. You were an OG Xbox 360?
I'm 100% a fanboy until recent things have happened, and so
cause concern, and today you're going to make a final decision at 3 o'clock.
Final decision.
If they're with you or not. All right, Joe, we'll find out. Michelle, what do you want to see from Xbox?
Well, I think I'd like to see more out of Games Pass, actually.
That's true.
I think that having more exclusives on the Game Pass, like I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider I think that would be a good title to come out with for Game Pass. And they've been talking about that since March or so.
Right.
That they've been talking about more of a cloud computing area of this. So kind of making it bigger, where PlayStation now has over 600 games available. I think Microsoft has like a couple hundred.
Yep.
So I'd like to see them expand their library because it is such a great value for gamers. And I think too, when you look at recent interviews from Phil Spencer, he's talking in Variety saying, they're looking at content, cloud, and community. Those are like their big focus points. And, gaming is a big focus point for them. So I think that they're looking to see what is the next generation? Is it going to be console wars, or is it going to be how do we make sure that games are available on any platform?
That's true.
And for a pretty platform-specific dude as Spencer is, the fact that he's talking so sort of like agnostically about it has me really interested.
For sure.
So I'd like to see Game Pass get.
No, you're right, because you said now it's not just an Xbox story. It really is. You said, Joe, like all their games come to PC now, first party at least. And you said Game Pass. Those are, I think the big question is, how many third parties will sign up for Game Pass right now? Because you sort of get all the Microsoft games, but like new games, you said like Shadow of the Tomb Raider, like that would be big because it's like a game that's coming out from Square. They might be in there. So we'll hopefully find out. We got the Game Pass lady coming by after. So we'll ask some questions. I'm going to ask about Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We'll see. You got to think. Boogie.
Man.
What do you think?
A lot of people think I'm anti-Xbox, and it couldn't be further from the truth. I've been playing Xbox since Red versus Blue was new to the internet, And
It's a million years ago.
I love the 360 generation just about as much as anybody else, and I want the Xbox One to be competition. I want them to really step it up, and I think right now they've got this mentality not too far from where EA's mind is, which is games as a service and focusing on, small numbers of a smaller player base with a lot of microtransactions, a lot of upsell.
Yeah.
I need them to move from that direction. They really need to double down on all of this wonderful IP that they have. Halo as a multiplayer game is fantastic, but I want a good Halo story. I want another Gears. I want single-player games. I want them to go back to what they started to do with this generation with, what was the Roman-centric game? Rise, right?
Yeah.
Rise,
I feel like
Rise,
that
yeah.
really burnt their fingers, and they were afraid to put their finger back into that pie. But they need system sellers.
And Crackdown, they had talked about last year. That kind of disappeared.
How long are we going to talk about Crackdown before we get it?
And Terry Crews tells us it's worth the wait, and I believe you, Terry. But we can't wait another year for a launch title.
Yeah,
right?
no, I know. That's part of the problem. As you said, they haven't had a lot of big sort of first-party games in a while. We haven't seen a Halo or a Gears in a couple of years.
Yep.
I think we have to hear some of that. From what I know, they're going to have a lot of big third-party games on stage. That may be games that come to PlayStation as well, but they'll be on their stage. So that'll be exciting. But you're right, it's really about
I'm rooting for them. I
games.
really am. I talk a little bit to Mikey Barr. I talk a little bit with Larry. I talk a little bit with Phil Spencer, and I'm always pummeling into them. I love Game Pass. It's such a great service. I love my Xbox One X as a retro machine and playing the older games and getting so many games for free. That's the right direction. But the next direction is system seller exclusives. If that doesn't happen at today's presser, then it's their last chance to do it. It's make or break.
Joe?
No, that's
what everyone agrees.
Well, yeah, and I was going to say, like with Daryl Gallagher moving over as well from, right, and he's with Microsoft Studios now, and I feel like potentially there might be a new studio announcement of some kind. Maybe
there's rumors that he might have a studio here in LA or something.
Right.
And I think there's absolutely an investment in first party. The challenge is, you guys know, it takes so many years for these studios. Like you say, hey, let's do it. It's like a 4 or 5 year wait sometimes to really ramp up and build it. So I think now they're kind of like, we want to build these studios and these games, and they've also been burned because they've had games like Scalebound and even Recore, all these games that they invested in that didn't perform. So it's really challenging.
Why are we talking about it as if it's starting now? They launched the Xbox several years ago, so
I know.
I think there's a plan.
Not only that, but when Phil Spencer came on, it was for 4 years ago. 4 years, that's a game dev cycle. So this is a big year, I think, because he came in as a game leader. They were moving away from the media strategy, which you tore apart when they announced the Xbox One.
It was going to get tore apart anyway.
Oh, yeah. Joe just speaks the truth.
And now I think I agree with everybody here. They're in that position now where it's clear that Xbox has lagged behind in this generation, but that puts them in a great position, I think, this year to just do something wild.
And I do think they are, no matter what, I think we'll see today that they are investing. It's not like they're sort of, raising the white flag and just riding it out. It's like, I think they're going to come strong, and that's good for the industry.
They've been dabbling with mixed reality behind the scenes for quite a while. They never really tied it to the Xbox. Could that be something they'll talk about this year?
I think they're dropping that.
They had one HoloLens Minecraft presentation a few years ago.
That's
but I think it's gone.
Is that dead in the water? Is that something that they'll do?
I don't know.
And even VR, there was rumors, originally they Oculus, it came with like an Xbox controller, and I was like, oh, is that going to become the VR for Xbox? They never talked about that. So I don't know. From what I've heard, it's going to be very much about games. They've said they have 15 games they're going to be announcing or premiering for the first time.
And true exclusives this time. Don't call it an exclusive. It's also on PC.
Or PS4.
Console exclusives, it needs to be not a time exclusive.
Exactly.
But we put money into this. We invested in this game. We believe in it. And
that's what we got to watch for, I think. It's like how many of these games that we're going to see, you're going to be like, oh, it's amazing, it's on their stage, and then, in the hour after it comes out, oh, well, it's coming to PS4 the same day.
And they have a story to tell. I think that's the thing that they're doing the most wrong with. I love Halo, and Halo 4, the story was not what I was looking for. I want, if there is a new Halo announced today, God forbid it's just a battle royale, but
That's questions. How many battle royale games will we see in their presentation?
We saw one. It was the first title in the EA presentation yesterday. The first title they talked about had a battle royale mode, but they didn't talk about it after that. So far we've got one.
We're gonna get a Madden battle royale. We're gonna get a FIFA battle royale.
Let's just hope for Fable.
Right.
Fable come back. So last round prediction. What one game do you hope that they announce or talk about today? First or third party?
Fable.
Fable.
Fable's great. Yeah, I'm a ride or die Halo guy. You know, I love Sea of Thieves. I like to see more with that, but I know I'm in the minority.
So some Halo news from Bernie.
I want a big new IP.
Something brand new.
Something brand new.
Never heard about.
We can start adding to the Halo Gears of War. I'm getting tired of talking about these for Microsoft. I want more badass brand new
What kind of game do you want?
It could open world, military shooter, RPG, anything really. Just something that looks awesome.
All right. So many licenses under their belt. There's so many companies that they've bought and that they just put out to pasture. Pick any of those IPs. I'd love to see any other Rare title. Pick it up and where they left off. Don't bastardize it. Don't make it a mobile game. Don't make it a microtransaction fest. Don't make it a pay-to-wait game. Just pick up where they left off. Give me a new RPG. Give me a new story. Give me something new. And I'm so happy that Joe said that. But you can use an existing IP, but tell me a new story.
No, I think that's a great point. I think I hear from all you guys, and I agree. It's like we want to believe. Got something really
That's
great.
what I'm saying.
Give us something to believe.
Critical.
They got the most to gain,
here.
and they have the most to lose.
And I think last year, to me, felt like the investment year because they announced the new hardware, and that always feels like it's kind of a leader and kind of a burner year. Hopefully, they're coming back this year.
I think it's all about the games. We're less than a minute out now, Joe.
Okay,
ready?
I want to say that just show what you have, even if it's not much, even if it comes out 2019 or 2020. I don't care. Show something today to give